First, we will discuss how what an animal senses affects its behavior. In actuality, an animal's behavior is just the sum of its responses to stimuli. Given the immense amount of stimuli and functions related to animal behaviors, biologists wanted to know how animal behaviors began and what their function is. To answer this question, biologists developed ethology, the scientific study of how animals behave. In ethology, there are four main questions about understanding of behavior. What stimulus caused the behavior and what physical mechanisms mediated the response, how an animal's experiences during growth and development influenced the response, how the behaviors helped survival and reproduction, and what the behavior's evolutionary background is. The first two questions are about proximate causation, how the behavior occurs or is modified. The last two are about ultimate causation, why the behavior occurs. The ideas of proximate and ultimate causation guide behavioral ecology, the study of ecological and evolutionary bases for animal behavior. There are many behavioral responses to stimuli, including fixed action patterns and oriented movement. Fixed action patterns are a sequence of unlearned acts that are basically unchangeable for an animal, and once started, will continue until completion. For example, the male stickleback will attack anything that contains areas of red, even if it seems unlikely to be another male stickleback. Oriented movement is a behavioral response that causes movement in a particular direction. A few examples of oriented movement are kinesis, change in activity due to stimulus, taxis, oriented movement to or away from some stimulus, and migration, regular long-distance change in location. Another major factor in the daily activity of animals is the circadian clock, which allows animals to regulate and coordinate behaviors. Animal communication is made up of the transmission and reception of signals. There are four main forms: visual communication, using signals that can be visually seen; chemical communication, using signals that are in the form of chemical molecules; tactile communication, using physical contact to convey a message; and auditory communication, using sound to convey a message. An example of communication is the dance used by bees to communicate the location of food. By using different dances and dancing at a certain angle, bees can communicate approximately where the food is. Many animals also communicate by emitting odors known as pheromones. These are often long-range and related to survival and reproduction.